What's up, guys? WWE Fan Talk Show bringing you guys another action figure review. Today we have the NWO Ringside exclusive Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So taking a closer look at this package, it is a red front right here. It does say Hollywood Hulk Hogan with the WWE logo, with a little stick-on logo for the Ringside exclusive patch logo display right there. And then we have the open window with Hulk Hogan hitting his pose. Of course, I do believe this is the Wolfpack NWO Hulk Hogan because it has red on it. On the back, one thing that it does say NWO Elite. So I'm not sure if they went by the NWO Elite. I could be wrong. I could be missing that in my history book and knowledge of wrestling. But I do believe it was the Wolfpack Hogan because it was all red right here. But anyways, there's the little description right there. I'm not sure if you can quite get that on camera. Pause it if you want to read it. Or go online, I'm sure in another video review they have a closer look, or go on to Ringside Collectibles and check it out for yourself. The side picture of the packaging of Hulk Hogan with the World Heavyweight Championship. And then we have Hulk Hogan on the other side. I'm not sure if we're quite picking this up. And then the top NWO. So really cool packaging. This is definitely one I would pick up to keep mock on card, mint on card. And one to open as well, so maybe pick up two at Ringside Collectibles if available. I would go to Ringside Collectibles, pick it up using discount code Tanner, TANNER, all caps, save 10% at checkout. Alrighty guys, let's get this thing cracked open right now. So here we have the NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan right here, holding the NWO or WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the interesting thing about this figure is this is a different variation of the Hulk Hogan we got with the other World Heavyweight. This is like a variation of the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan, if you guys remember that one. That was like the black with the blue and white lightning bolts, and it was mostly black with the gloves and the black spray painted NWO WCW World Heavyweight Championship. This one's cool because this is the regular Elite Hulk Hogan. It doesn't have the butterfly joints and all that stuff and the toe articulation, and it does come with the red spray painted version of the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's take a closer look at that right now. There we have the red spray painted WCW World Heavyweight Championship, a little bit different than the other one. The interesting about this belt is I always thought that this looked like a V or a U because the way they spray painted it is very odd. I've seen Kevin Nash actually spray paint this championship, spray paint somebody else's replica title, and he did it just like this, which is freaking insane and so cool that there's two different versions of this championship. One cool thing we could get in the future is if there was no WWE logo up here. That would be awesome. But let's get over the other World Heavyweight Championship that came with the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. This is the black one. So you can kind of see the difference between the black one and the red one right here. They both look really cool, but you can tell that the NWO is spray painted very differently. This is very clearly a W, and this is kind of like a sloppy W with like a really weird underline under it, like a lightning bolt underline. But comment down below, were you a bigger fan of the black spray paint or the red spray paint? I like the black more. I think it's more iconic, but the red is a cool touch, so really cool that we get that. Fun fact, I've actually held this very World Heavyweight Championship, the exact one that was spray painted. They actually cleaned it all off and not refurbished it, but like brought it back to its original look, I guess you could say. And they took all the black paint off. So very cool, and it does have that weird bend at the top in real life as well. So cool that we're getting both versions of this championship. Moving on over to the actual figure. Here we have the NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan, looking super sick. So leave it in the comments down below. I do not want to sound super uneducated about this. I'm not super educated when it comes to WCW in general. I was just a little kid when WCW was on, and you know, I know a lot of old WWF stuff, but I'm not a big WCW person, and I know a lot of you are probably going to wreck me up for that in the comments down below, but go ahead. I don't really care. I'm not a big WCW fan. I know a lot of great moments happened in WCW, and I love the NWO, but I'm not like super crazy about NWO and its history. I do collect their figures though. But here we have the Hollywood Hulk Hogan in the red, but yeah, do leave it in the comments down below. Is this Wolfpack? I believe it is Wolfpack because it's red, right? So yeah, leave that in the comments down below. But he does come with a workout belt, weightlifting belt. It says Hollywood on the back, really cool. And I love how we have all that stitching coming throughout. I really hope that when WWE or when Mattel gives us the Cody figure, that we get this exact workout belt. I think this is a lot cooler than the Jazzwares one. It looks a lot more realistic. And I know there's the little holes. That is actually accurate in real life. And I know that we have these, but it is what it is, right? Who really cares? Once you plug it in, it doesn't really bother me all too much, right? Does it bother you guys? I don't think it doesn't bother me. But yeah, there we have the Hollywood Hulk Hogan weightlifter belt right there. And then he does come with removable sunglasses. These are white. I believe the last ones we got were black, but very nice. Cool shades. And then he does come with his bandana, which has that really fuzzy white design that's throughout his entire figure, which we'll get into in a second. And then it says NWO in red. So really cool. And on the back it says NWO. Really cool. Let's look at the head sculpt for Mr. Hogan. This looks just like Hulk Hogan. I love this screaming head sculpt. I think it looks so cool. I think that every single head scan we've seen for Hogan so far, recently in the Mattel WWE line, is really accurate to Hulk Hogan. And I think it does a really good job compared to the Storm Collectibles Hulk Hogan as well. I think it measures up really well to that figure. We do get the pinless joints on the arms, which is fantastic. We do not have the pinless joints yet on the legs, but the knee pads do cover those joints, so it doesn't really matter. We do get the NWO New World Order red shirt. And then the back is blank, but it is Velcro. You can take it off. Let's see what it looks like without the shirt. And he does have that classic Hulk Hogan torso, the Damien Sandow torso, which we've seen several times. I think they could totally give him a different torso by now, right? I mean, I think Hogan was a lot bigger than Damien Sandow. Or maybe they did the wrong torso for Damien Sandow. Maybe this is too buff for Damien Sandow. I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below. He does look a lot better with the shirt on, so I would probably display him with the shirt on. Just my opinion. I do think that his 22-inch Python arms right there look pretty accurate to size, looking really cool. And then he does have those different gloves than we've seen before. The other ones were more like motorcycle gloves, and I think these are too. But we do get the knuckle open holes right there, and the fingertips are cut off. And they're not cut off, but this is the type of glove. I don't really know what to call it. Weightlift glove? I'm not sure. I think it is a motorcycle glove though. And then we get the white wrist tape, and then this awesome white weird design. Let's look at the box to get a better example of what it looked like in person. It looked more like lightning bolts, but we don't get that on the figure, which is so odd. Maybe this is the only picture they could find for it, but definitely different than on the package. But I'm not quite sure what to make out of this. Leave it in the comments down below. What is the design? It looks like a face, or maybe it is lightning. I'm not quite sure. It looks cool though. And then on the top right there, it looks like maybe stitches or bones. Maybe this is supposed to be bones. I'm not quite sure. Then we get the side right there on his boots. We get the white boots with the NWO logo, looking very nice. Again, double jointed arms. Everything so far in this figure looks freaking fantastic. And one of the coolest parts of this figure, the cherry on top, is the two sweet hands right there. You got to have the two sweet hands with the Hulk Hogan. Looking so sick. Let's get him compared right next to his counterpart. We get the Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hulk Hogan measured up next to this Hulk Hogan right here. And I do think that the Ultimate Edition one may be a little bit better just because it is taller, it has more articulation. But, you know, I think that this is a little bit more affordable than the Ultimate Edition version. If you want all those extra heads and accessories, I would go with the Ultimate Edition figure. But if you got the money, I would definitely get both, because it would be cool to have the classic NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan and the red Wolfpack Hulk Hogan as well. So really, really cool that we get both of these figures, and I'm glad and very lucky that I got both in the collection. One thing I want to point out is we got all three different versions of the Heavyweight Championship right here. We have the red, we have the blank, and we have the black right there. Looking really cool. And something I do, and you guys can totally do this too, a cool little tip, is you can see right here how this plate is curved compared to the red one here. It's flat. Now the way that I do this is I take the plate off, simply just pop it off like that, and you can pop it back on. There you go. And what I do is I take a hairdryer and I put it right over it and I heat it up for about 30 seconds, and then I take it and I put my index finger right here and then my thumbs and I press it and I bend it. But don't put too much pressure because you could snap the plate. I've done it before. So you just got to go very slow with it. Maybe do it a couple of times, and then you get a curved World Heavyweight Championship. So you could put it on either one of these dudes, but I think they belong with the championships that they do come with right there. Looking so sick. And you can swap them, you know, if you want to. Leave it in the comments down below. Do you like the Ringside exclusive exclusive Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. I might be leaning more towards the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. I do think that the Ringside exclusive one is a must get, though. You definitely should pick it up while it's available. This is definitely going to be one of those figures a year, like down the line in a year, when it's going to be super hard to find and it's going to go for like $100 on eBay. What do you want to bet? They're not even going to be selling it in a year on Ringside Collectibles because it's going to be sold out. I guarantee you it's one of those figures, just like the old Kanes and the Rey Mysterios and the Bret Harts, those Ringside exclusives that we got. You can't even find those anymore. So I would definitely recommend going to Ringside Collectibles, using discount code Tanner to save 10% at checkout, and picking up this awesome, badass Hulk Hogan. This is such a badass Hulk Hogan. So yeah, guys. Also, I forgot to mention this. How could I forget this? This cool little backdrop. I guess it's just in the back, and I forgot to mention it. We get this WCW Monday Night Nitro setup right there. It's like an entrance stage, and it's really cool for figure photography. You can get him standing right there, and depending on what camera you have or what effects or what mist or lighting you have, you could totally make that backdrop look real, and it looks so cool. It's just a cool setup. If you got shelf space to pose this on your shelf, I would definitely use the backdrop, or even include some of the NWO guys next to him. How cool would that be? But that is it for this video review, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and go follow me on Instagram as well at WWE Fan Talk Show. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show, out.